Back to another All Things Home. I'm John C.
Denise Richards.
And who else do we have today?
We have Lulu.
We have Lulu with us today, and Lulu is already tired, but we're still going to go through our video today, even though she's a little tired today. We'll get her going. We'll get her some doggy caffeine. Do dogs have caffeine they can?
She loves my coffee.
Does she?
Oh, yes, loves it.
Good.
And the frothier, the better.
Oh, that's fun. What does she get at Starbucks? Decaf cappuccino? You're not Starbucks? Uh-oh. I just lost a new friend, Denise Richards, because she's not a Starbucks fan. Actually, I'm not a huge Starbucks fan anymore.
I'm actually a Grumpy Goat fan.
Oh, Grumpy Goat
coffee.
Glad you brought that up. We got to talk about that in the future. Maybe Randy could even visit with us sometimes.
That would be fun.
But this show is not about Randy today, even though one will be. Randy, if you're watching this, buddy, we love you. You'll be on one of the next shows with us. So All Things Home, and we're going to talk about home. We talk about coffee a little bit because it's in my home. Is it in your home?
Always.
So we can talk about that too. All right, so a couple things I want to just remind you of. This is not going to be like my previous other videos that I've had. If you want graphs, charts, numbers, all that stuff, go there.
Right.
Go there, see those, watch those. Okay, this is a little bit more relaxed, maybe a little more entertaining.
Yep.
Educational still, but also just informative. We want to connect people with other people.
Yeah, it's important.
It is important to connect people with other people. We did that on our last show. We talked briefly about Joe, the pool guy. Today, at the end of our show, we're going to talk about somebody else to connect them with that they'll need that has to do with their home. So all that's good. So, so in this video today, we are going to jump in right away because I know we have a question that is going to be asked from Lulu's mailbox because the mailman has come, the mailman has shown up. Let's see the Lulu question of the day.
All right.
Pull that out. Let's see what's going on.
Let's see here. All right. Lulu says, Dear Mama, I was talking to a friend who had never bought a house before, and she wondered how much money she's going to need to buy it.
Wow. So your friend wants to know how much money are they going to need to buy it? Like, do you think they're asking, like, how much total for, like, the down payment, maybe?
Maybe.
Is that what she's referring to?
I think in general, people, when they're first getting started and they've got no idea, where to even begin, they wonder about the money. And the reality is that there's a down payment requirement and there are closing costs associated with closing a mortgage loan. The good news is I do have down payment assistance for those folks. It's amazing.
Nice.
Do you remember Renee? We closed Renee's deal together.
Yes, up in Fort Myers.
Yes, and at the time the market was a little bit different, so the seller was a little more willing to pay some of the closing costs. So with the down payment assistance and the seller's help, she didn't have to bring anything to closing.
So you're telling me she got that house without having to bring any cash on closing day. She got the keys for basically nothing.
Correct. Oh, she had to pay for her appraisal.
She had to pay for her appraisal, which, what does that normally run?
About $600.
$600. So you need $600 to buy a house. That's the answer for today, the short question. No, I mean, and it's not the same for everybody, right?
Definitely not. But that is the short answer.
Right.
Different for all folks, and there's different programs available.
So there's different programs. So she had a program where it was a buyer's assist program. And it worked out really well for her because she was in a situation where she needed that assistance. I mean, Renee's a great lady. You introduced me to her, let me help her shop the homes. And, as a mom with a daughter, no second income to come in. I know her parents were even willing to help if they needed to. But you took care of Renee and really helped with the financial side, took the stress off.
Yeah.
Right? She got a beautiful home. In Fort Myers.
A beautiful home. I've got. I have another couple that comes to mind only because I worked with them for so long, preparing them to become homeowners and getting their credit where it needed to be in order to qualify for the down payment assistance. So sometimes it's not a matter of a person coming to me already ready to go. Sometimes there's some prep work, and I'm the person that's going to be able to sit with you and get you there.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It is cool because, that's something else. I think some people think they have to have all their ducks in a row before they come and talk to you or talk to me. That's not it, right?
No.
We just want to open the door for people to communicate. Like on these videos, that's one of the big reasons we do these videos.
Right.
We want it to be less intimidating for you, the buyer or the seller, to be able to call, text, or email Denise or I, or make a comment below and be able to ask that question that maybe you don't want to ask because you're nervous or maybe you think it's a dumb question.
Right.
We just want to have that conversation with people because I know early in my career I often would think, well, you should know this, but people don't do what we do every day. Our buyers and
Right.
sellers, they're not buying and selling a house every day, or even many of them even every year or every decade. I mean, they're talking about this is a transaction they may do every 7 to 10 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So on your side with the finances, and finances are different than my side too, with the helping them buy or sell is finding the right property or list their home. Finances are very, I don't know, a hidden thing for people a lot of times. Maybe it could be an embarrassing thing.
Sometimes it is.
Yeah. So speak to that a little bit, maybe like how you help people draw that out so that it's all on the table.
Yeah, it's so important. You know, I get folks that come to me and they think they might have okay credit and they really don't know. And sometimes they'll just mindlessly start paying off things that may or may not improve their credit score. And that's a big piece of what I can do is to determine, you know, if you have this amount of money to make the corrections that need to be done, where are you going to get the biggest bang for your buck?
Yeah. You know what's interesting? You just reminded me of a quick story. When Angie and I bought our last house, we had some credit cards that we had a balance on. We had a car payment that we had a loan on a car payment. Our scores were okay, but our lender at that time, he said, don't pay off all your cards, pay down certain ones, and that'll help your monthly payments be different. I thought it was just the total amount of debt I had to be concerned about at that time. He said, don't worry about the total amount of debt. The bank at that time, and it could be different. That's why you need to reach out to Denise. It could be different for you. But for us, we just needed to get our monthly payments lower. So our debt to income was showing different. Money we made compared to money we were spending. So we didn't even have to pay off certain cards. We just had to get those payments down.
That was a smart lender, and that was good advice.
Yeah. Since then, he's died, so I have to use you. No, not really. I'm just kidding. He's not dead. He's a great guy.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, thank goodness. But so great advice and great example with Renee and with people being able to get into a home without having to have tens of thousands of dollars to get in. So you gave that side of it, like you could get in literally for the appraisal value. What's any other side of how much do people need to have down? Give some idea of different loans and.
You know, first-time home buyers need a 3% down payment, which again is covered through the down payment assistance. Depending on the location of the property, USDA has a rural development mortgage loan where there's a 0% down payment. You know, depending on how you qualify, is going to be a big determining factor on your down payment and what you're going to need to bring to closing.
Yeah.
But when you're not sure, give us a call because you don't have to be 100% ready to go out the gate.
Right.
You've got to do a little bit of reconnaissance. You've got to do a little research and figure out where you are and where you need to be.
Yeah. And that's what you help set that roadmap for people who maybe don't know. They know where they want to get, but they don't know how to get there. And maybe that's you. Maybe you want to purchase a house. You need something in Naples or Bonita, Estero, Fort Myers, Cape Coral, wherever around here. But you're not really sure how to get there, and you don't know those first steps. That's okay. Talk with Denise or I, and we'll help you with that. And it's a private conversation, right? Like you're not sharing with me everybody's financial information.
Never.
I just need to know if they're approved, right?
Yeah.
I don't need to know all their details of if they had a foreclosure in the past, if they had a bankruptcy. Those are things that are between you, the lender, and the borrower. And so that's a good relationship to have with Denise and be able to go down that path in a comfortable way, right? Not embarrassing about things that maybe have happened in the past if you missed a payment here or there. So it's great to reach out to us and touch base with us on that. Great question from Lulu today and the person out there. If you have questions that you would like for Lulu to send in the mailbox and for us to read on our video podcast, go ahead and put them below. There we have a comment section here on YouTube. Comment below what your question is. Just do a hashtag or say Lulu, and we will know that you want Lulu to hand deliver that, Paul deliver that to us here at our studio, which, by the way, I think we may call this C Studio, not the letter C, but my last name, S-E-E, C Studio. I like it. We'll probably change it next week.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes sense, and it may be done. All right, real quick, I forgot actually, we were going to recap on our last video from last time.
That's right.
So last time we had a great question from Lulu, and that was, is now a good time to buy? I don't want to rehash that 11-minute video, so if you want to watch that, there's a link below. Click on that or be a part of this channel. Make sure you subscribe, and you'll see that video there. But that video in question was just on, is now a good time? And the question was based on the fact that, are we at the top of the market with the bubble? If you want the answer from Denise and I and Lulu on our thoughts and predictions on the future of the real estate market, watch that video. It's a great video. Anything you want to add to that?
Don't forget likes for Lulu.
Likes for Lulu. Don't forget that. She will come and bark at your front door if you do not give likes for Lulu. And we're going to get up to 100 subscribers, so help us hit that as well, too.
Please.
Last thing I want to talk about today, market update with seasonal folks coming into town. I was writing that on my notebook. So here in Southwest Florida, what do we have happen in December, January, February, March? What happens around here?
Huge influx of folks from up north.
Yeah. Longer travel times.
Oh, yeah.
Don't plan to get on your 10-minute commute in 10 minutes anymore.
No. Double the time.
Double the time.
Beaches are busy.
Beaches are busy. Double the time, double the pleasure, like the old spearmint gum. Remember that one commercial? Double the time, double mint. I don't know. Anyways, but it's going to take longer to get places. But that's also a good thing because it brings a lot of people here who are customers to our area. More buyers are coming into town.
Yeah.
The market in real estate always picks up in January, February, March because there's more people who are looking to purchase.
Indeed. Yeah.
You have your sellers that pop back into town that fix up their home and they sell it when they're leaving out of season. And then we have a lot of people coming to town that we were talking about earlier that want to rent.
Yes.
And we have those seasonal folks as well, too. So that's coming up right now here in Southwest Florida. So our market is in a little bit of a transition because of that.
Yeah.
It also brings a lot of other people. Anything else you want to hit on that real quick? I just thought I'd mention that to people.
Yeah, no, it's if you've never been here or been here throughout the entire year, it's almost hard to explain how different it becomes. And I've lived all over Florida. I'm a native Floridian, and I would venture to say that this part of Florida is the most seasonal, where it just changes.
Is it because the weather is perfect here? It's like heaven?
I think that's a big part of it. It is like heaven. It's paradise. It's
because, I mean, what's it today? I mean, we're looking out this beautiful window here. I don't see a cloud in the sky. It's blue out there.
I think it's 80.
Are we going to hit the 80s today? Well, that's hot for us.
I know it. It might get a little too warm.
So I think it's in the 60s in the morning and like 80, 82, perfect weather to hit the beach and not be like crazy hot. And humidity's gone. So anyways, I'm glad you guys watched this video. That's all we have for you today. Lulu's passed out. We know that's a cue. She's tired out. She's had a rough, long day. She's enjoyed her day, and I love her outfit today. So don't forget to like and subscribe to this video, and we will catch you all next time. Have a great week.
Bye now.